Hello, this is my 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I'm making this video today. It's about 2.5 months after I made the first one, and after you see this, you can watch the first one. The problem was that I had a water leak in this car, and the water would drip down behind the firewall somehow, and on the passenger side, make the carpet and matting underneath all wet. And it was kind of sporadic. Sometimes it would happen when it rained hard. Sometimes it would happen when it rained not so hard. And I always thought it was the sunroof, okay? And for years, this has been going on for years, I thought the sunroof was the problem. But every time I poured water down the sunroof drain and I'd cleaned it out, it seemed to work just perfectly. So anyways, one day I was going along and I said, there's got to be something else. And you're going to see this, but the problem was underneath here is like a little container with a drain in it. And it was all filled with leaves, completely clogged. And because it was clogged, the water was backing up and going back up under here behind the firewall and getting down into the car. And once I cleaned that all out, I have not had one leak at all with this car in the last 2.5 months. In fact, I think one day we got 4 inches of rain and it just poured, and we've had storms and thunderstorms and massive rainfalls. Car's completely dry. So the problem I had was not the sunroof, it was underneath here. And so enjoy what I did on the next part of the video, and you'll see that that's the problem. I have had a water leak in here, and I always thought it was, you know, when it rained really hard, that it was the sunroof drain that was leaking, okay? And so anyways, here's the deal. I've cleaned that sunroof drain out, and I know it drains fine because I poured lots of water down to it. So today I said, I wonder if it's something else, because I hit it with the hose really hard, and I really hit it with the hose hard, and it finally started leaking. But the sunroof just seemed like it was fine. So what I finally did was, I took the car and I used the hose, and all I did was hit here with full stream and down in here with the full stream, okay? And so voila, without even hitting the sunroof, I'm getting leaks. That's a pretty good sized leak, and you can see, if you can see right here, it's coming in, well, up underneath here. It's just dripping in. So I'm thinking, where the heck is that coming from, you know? So anyways, just in doing some exploration, I looked outside here and I lifted this up a little bit, and look what is inside here. Actually, I took this off. I had to pull the windshield wiper off, and there's 4 screws on this thing, and I pulled it off, and look what there is in here. This whole thing is just covered with leaves. So let's pull these leaves out. I'm wondering if there's some kind of drain here, or look, maybe it's backing it back up somehow into the car. But this stuff should not be in here. My gosh, look at this. It's just a mess. So I'm thinking maybe that all this gunk is keeping the water from draining out. It's coming off this window, and it's backing up somehow into the car. Holy mackerel, look at all this stuff. I don't know if there's a drain hole in here or not. Maybe there is. Probably is back in here. So what I'm going to do is just put the camera down and just keep trying to get all this stuff out of here. Put some water on it. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it can't be good. And okay, so here we go. Do I feel any drain holes? I don't feel a drain hole back there, but I can put a brush back there and let's see. All right. Okay, well, this is I cleaned out all the leaves, cleaned off along in here, And that's actually soapy water that I have right there. So let me rinse that all out. And there's no question that this is where water's coming into the car from. Use the shower here. Okay. There's a drain right down in there, you see. So if I splash water, you know, up behind in here, it drains into the, goes into the car behind the firewall. So I'm pretty sure these leaves have been the problem, clogging this drain up here. Now, there you go. See, it's going out there, going in under the car. Now, I did not open the other side because I don't have any drain problems over there. And actually, I'm kind of running out of time today. It's supposed to start raining pretty soon, actually. And I've got other things to do, so I'm just going to do this one side and see if this this helps it. See, we got water just standing right here because, well, of course, my car is on a slight grade on the side, parked on the side of the road. Just as a thought here, you gotta have to reach way behind in here because the leaves get stuck behind here too. So actually, I took a thin brush and put it back in there to get them out, and I can feel around. There's nothing more in there, so everything's clean. Everything's nice and clean here. Whoops! Oh, that's a little slimy right there. Let me get rid of that. Okay, a little slimation there. All right, we'll get rid of that. I want it to be absolutely perfectly clean. And that hole down there really is clean. I put a brush, one of those thin wire brushes that's made for cleaning sunroof drains down in there, and it worked fine. I notice I'm not even touching the sunroof, so we're just gonna go like this. I'll notice that drain hole is draining perfectly there. Lots of water coming out from underneath the car. So there you go. Okay, let's go inside, see if we make any difference. Well, back inside the car, and it is, I got my hand reached up here on the plastic, it is perfectly dry. Oh my goodness. That's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna have to bend this a little bit to get it behind here. Okay, go in and squeeze it down. Whoops. There you go. There it goes. Nice. Okay, and then whoop, down it goes. Perfect. Oh, there we go. That's nice. And so there's a couple things. There are 4 screws that hold this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll put those in. And of course, you got the windshield wiper to put back. Okay, the 4 screws are T25s. Anyways, before I put them in, I'm just going to hit them with a little dab of liquid red super oil to keep them, you know, not from rusting, okay? All right, there we go. That's one. And where's that second one? It's over here. Kind of out of the range of the camera, but that's okay. Number 3 is right here. And number 4 is over here. Okay, here we go. is the windshield wiper here. I'm just going to put a, I didn't have any trouble getting this off at all. Just going to put a little oil on it anyways on the threads. So, and, just to show you getting it off, I use this little windshield blade puller that I bought several years ago. Just had it around, and my goodness, it came in handy today. Okie dokie. So I put some oil on the threads here and the threads in here, and let's see, how's it going to go on? It's going to go on. Oops, I'm going to put this up a little bit. Let's see where that goes. Okay, so anyways, here's how you do this. Best to put it on like this, and then put it down and see where the blade sits. And I remember from when I took it off, it sits right about here. So, okay, now also on this windshield blade there is a washer in there, so don't lose the washer. I just had it come on there, and then this is the nut that goes on here. A little bit of oil on there too. That's it. And it is a let's see, what do I have here? 15 millimeter. There you go, 15 millimeter. I want to crank this down pretty tight so it doesn't come off. Oh yeah. Okay. Someone might say, why am I using a deep ball socket? Well, just the first one I found, that's all. Okay. That's on there really tight. Okay, and let me just wipe it once just to make sure it's working before I finish. As much as these blades are squeaking, you know, I know I need new blades. And the last little thing to do, I'm just going to check the tightness one more time. Make sure it's still tight. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. Now, just to go backwards and show you this. This is the little puller that I bought. Once you take the nut off, the puller goes down and it just comes right back up. I got this somewhere on eBay or Amazon a couple years ago. Anyways, this is a little rubber thing, like a grommet. Goes on top, just punches on, and you're done. Okay. So we're waiting for the next big rainstorm this afternoon, and I'm expecting not to have a leak. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it.